Ooh, morning? Is morning? Good morning?
I guess, yeah.
Yes, it's
Good
still morning. We
morning.
still got about another hour before we hit afternoon. Late day today. We got up early, but we are, just yeah. It is what it is. But the good thing about it is we ain't really on the schedule per se.
Right.
So here we are in Niceville, Florida, as most of you probably already know, and we camped out here at the one of the national parks. I think it's a state park, a national park, whatever, and had a good time. I mean,
It was
it was a
nice.
really nice campsite and everything, and I actually slept pretty good. How about you?
I did.
Yeah, I have very comfortable sleep. So real quick, because we got to hit the road. First of all, we want to say thanks for press and play and being a part of the show on today. Also, we want to say thank you for following us. Thank you for lifting us in prayer. Thank you for the
Yes.
yeah. Thank you for that because prayer still works, and I believe in prayer. So anything you want to say? Anything you want to thank the people for?
Just thank you guys for following us, like, you know, Rachel said, and just being a part of our journey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it is a journey. We have a destination, but I'm looking forward to the journey. I get more out of the journey than the destination. Even though we have a great destination, shout out to United in Him Motorcycle Ministry in
Yes.
California, JJ and the rest of the crew. What's up? What's up? We's on the way. We's
We
on
on
the
the
way.
way,
Yeah,
guys.
we's on
Keep
the
us
way.
lifted.
Yeah, keep us lifted and yeah. So some do's and don'ts. What are some do's and some don'ts so far?
Listen,
Yeah.
um, the site was good.
Yeah, it
I
was.
enjoyed this
Pleasantly
pleasant, right?
surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had a nice view, the lake, all this and that, and I think we didn't. I wouldn't say we didn't, but we left out a couple little things that we should have.
Yeah.
But we only have a
But so much room.
but so much room,
Yeah.
so we made it do what it do,
Yeah.
and it went fine.
Yeah, so far so good. And
Yeah,
weather is oh man, those
yeah.
prayers are working because
The weather is great.
we
Praise God.
we pack for bad weather. Better to be prepared and not needed than to need it and not be prepared. So
Right.
we got the gear, but so far we haven't needed. We've been stripping down
Yeah.
in a PG sense.
Yeah. As far as not layering it up, okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and today I think the high is supposed to be like 78 from here to Louisiana, which is our next stop. So that was cool.
So
So,
what's the don't?
so,
We from
so okay, so
extension cord.
yeah, I didn't bring it. I looked at the extension cord. I looked at the mold. I looked at all that stuff as I was, getting ready. But I was, you know, I'm gonna confess, I'm that guy. Somebody once said nothing gets done until the last moment, and unfortunately, I'm that guy. So at the last moment, you're bound to forget something, overlook something, and
That's
so
with anything
yeah.
though, but
So
yeah.
that was that. And
What else?
so dues, get
Dues.
plenty of rest before the trip.
Yes.
Um, and we knew we were taking this trip, a year out. Um, Real talk, and we even mentioned it, but we didn't follow through. We
Mhm.
should have had the trailer packed like a week before.
Right.
I mean, for real.
Yep.
And so if we'd have done that, that would have been great. I would have been able to get some good sleep. Even though last night I'm rested. I got some good sleep last night. Speaking of sleep, okay, so in preparation for the trip, I called myself. I want to shout out to Pastor Kelly, um, Kelly Parker,
Yes.
because he
The
blessed
tent.
us
Yes.
with this awesome tent. You guys can't see it, but we'll show you some pictures. So he blessed us with this awesome tent, and so I intentionally set it up before we hit the trip, probably weeks before,
Yeah. Weeks
if
before.
not longer. Set it up, and
Yeah.
I did
Way.
it at dusk because I figured there would be a chance that when we get to a campsite, even though we may plan to get there in the daytime, we may get there at night, and that's what happened last night.
Yep. And that part we were prepared because it
Yeah.
was in the night, and he did it in the night, so
Yes.
it
So
we was able to kind of maneuver and kind of feel our way through, which was
yeah.
good.
Hey, Tish is watching. What's up, Tish? She said, "Good morning, love y'all. We love you too."
Love
We
you
got Keith in
too.
the building. What's going on, Keith?
Hey, Keith.
Yeah, thank you for pressing play. Um, and so we got here last night after hours. It was already dark, and um, and so we set it up in the dark. We didn't really have a problem. Wifey helped me out big time. We got it up in record time,
Yep.
and I was even able to figure out the little awning thing. So again, thanks, Pastor Kelly, Kelly Parker, for that blessing. You was about to say something?
No, as far as just the setup part, it went well
It,
as
it,
far
it
as
did.
that.
It did. We had a, okay. So do's and don'ts. This is one in the same. Uh, do sweep the area and don't forget not to sweep the area. So, in other words,
Mm.
we set up, we get the mattress blown up,
Mhm.
get it in the tent, but didn't realize there was some sharp rocks underneath. And so, about 3 o'clock in the morning, we found ourselves laying on the floor.
Deflated.
It deflated, man, and it was, it was kind of chilly, overnight, and
Thank God it wasn't frigid though.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
we've got a what is it? A trail? I forget the brand, but we've got a sleeping bag that we brung. That probably was one from back in the day when we used to go
yeah,
camping.
it worked good.
It worked real good. I didn't even realize it
Yeah.
was chilly outside until I pulled that sleeping bag off, and because I had to go out and blow back up the mattress. So yeah, don't forget to sweep the area wherever you're gonna lay your tent. And I looked at a tarp, and I didn't throw it in the trailer because, in retrospect, I would have brung a tarp, laid it down. That would have been a layer of protection, if you will. And then put the tent on top of that. Plus, you keep moisture from coming up and everything.
We didn't get no moisture though. Even me being on
no.
the floor when it deflated,
Yeah,
I couldn't feel any moisture.
Man,
I was
look at
glad
it.
about that.
I was comfortable.
It
I mean,
was.
I
It
was
really
comfortable
was
last
until
night.
we just start folding in. And
So yeah,
but
yeah,
other than that though, it was good.
it
It
was
was a good
straight.
experience.
So there's that. So we'll have to get another blow up bed because she said maybe we can camp another night. I mean,
No, I did enjoy it.
yeah,
Guys, listen.
yeah, it
For
was
me,
straight.
we go camping all the time. Like for
Keith
the
said
most
laid on
part,
some grass.
ain't
Look,
no
fam,
grass.
yeah, it's just all
It's
gravel
all
right here. It's a
gravel.
graveled area. So,
Yeah, this is
um,
totally different here.
but it's
But
straight.
I'm used to camping, but the camping that I'm used to camping is in a camper. Like we had a little camper that we
Yeah,
did. So this tent camping, like
it's a
this
little,
is my
little different.
first like in a tent outside.
Yeah,
So, but it was good. It was a good experience. So I'm
yeah,
able to do it. So Stakisha, if you watching, tell Stakisha she can
yeah,
do this.
yeah, yeah.
She can do this.
She can do it.
You can start out with a camper though, sis. I'm gonna start with a little camper, and then yeah.
We'll get them down here, get them out here, get them out in the woods. Oh, okay. So we get off the Interstate I-10, and this location is, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes off the interstate, if that, something like that. And it's about what, 8 o'clock, something,
Yeah,
somewhere
maybe
around there.
yeah, 8 o'clock. Yeah.
And it's, I mean, when I tell you dark, there was no lights, there was no lights from the moon, stars, or nothing. And we was coming through some back roads, yo. I was like, I'm rethinking this thing because I'm like, you should have saw the roads it
Yeah.
took us to get
My
here.
thing was like, listen, I'm about to tap you and tell you we just gonna
Yeah,
forfeit that money
that
and let's just go get a hotel.
But it was actually a cut through to get us
Yeah.
to the location, which is it's real nice. It's secluded, but it's not far off of
Right.
from the main city or whatever. So there was that. There's really not a whole lot of don'ts. We're figuring this thing out as we go.
Right.
I will say this, talk to people. We had a privilege of sitting down with Sarge and his lovely wife Dee on yesterday as we stopped
Yeah.
in Jacksonville. They shared some knowledge, some wisdom, some insight, some advice, and it was well taken.
It sure was.
And so, definitely want to talk to people who've done it, who have the experience. And even with all the good advice they give you, there's still going to be some things that you're going to figure out because
they say experience is the
it's a dear teacher,
yeah.
And so everybody's situation is different too. So,
but advice is
it's very good.
Yeah, to
And
get some of them.
it is,
Sure.
it is. And you got to always remain teachable. I don't care what you know, how much you know. Always remain teachable. Someone should always be able to speak into your life. I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. Okay, so any other do's or don'ts?
No, that's basically it. Try to get to your campsite if you're getting there a little bit earlier where it's a little light, just to set up. Remember, like the essential whatever, and yeah, this campground was nice.
It
we
was
have
nice.
a bathroom and shower and all
we
that.
weren't far from it.
Wasn't
That's
far
a good
from it.
thing.
That's a good thing. Yeah. So that late night 3 o'clock when I'm like this with the light,
Yeah.
go to the bathroom.
And when I tell you
it was
dark,
dark.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's some serious dark out here, for real. So, all right, so we're gonna wrap it up because we definitely are late. We were supposed to be on the road early, but it is what it is.
What it is.
We'll find somewhere to munch. You hungry?
A little bit.
Push out a few miles and then stop somewhere.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So check it out. Again, we appreciate you guys for following us, And where's it at? Yeah. Okay. The little cash out right there. We want to show some love. We won't refuse. We won't. We'll probably just say, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, for sure.
And so it's Cash App is $ retro philosophy, and so that's that.
That is the life in day one.
Yeah, day one in retrospect. I-10 end to end, collecting miles and smiles. Your boy Retro.
And specs.
Yeah, taking a look back so that we can go forward. How about that?
Sounds pretty good to me.
So stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll do a recap on day two. Um, we're going to make a stop in, as I said, New Orleans. And if anybody is from the New Orleans area or in the New Orleans area, um, and there's somewhere you recommend us to eat, to visit, or whatever, let us know in the comment section. And as you know, and if you don't know, I'm about to tell you, I love murals. I love getting mural shots. So if anybody's watching, it doesn't matter what city you're in. If you know a great mural, let me know. We'll come
Right.
check it out. All right. All right. We will holler at you guys next go round again. We want to say thank you for pressing play,
Thank you
being a
for
part of the
pressing
Retro
play.
Philosophy Show with your boy Retro.
And specs.
We out.
See ya.